Hey guys, Slater Magic here, and I'm going to try my best to give a crap about this latest announcement by Wizards, but no promises, because this has to do with some kind of pro-level play that, I'll be honest, I've never heard of. Like, ever, which kind of seems weird even to me. So they have this wonderful press release article thing written by Helene Beaujeu, or something stupid like that. At this point, I'm surprised it's not Helen with like a silent H and 6 L's, and she doesn't actually have purple hair in her profile pic. This is Wizards we're talking about, people. So this is entitled The Return of Nationals and Changes to Grand Prix. Not the Grand Prix, just Grand Prix. I'll give you a hint. That's not the only spelling or punctuation or writing error in this article by a long shot. I actually only read half of it so far, and then I realized I have more important things to do with my life, and so let's just burn through it. By the way, 3 words in, they already made a formatting mistake, so they have the World Magic Cup, all, capital letters on each, so it's, proper noun, except the world is regular, magic is in italics, and then cup is not in italics. What does that mean? I mean, put a little TM or all rights reserved or something next to magic if you want it to stand out as your brand name, but otherwise, if it's in the middle of a proper noun, you don't just italics part of it. Oh my God. Anyway, the World Magic Cup is one of the most exciting tournaments we hold each year. Mind you, I've never heard of it. Ever. Players from all around the world come to represent their country for pride, glory, and the spirit of competition. It's truly my favorite event. Wait, so there's like some kind of Olympics clone for Magic? Like, I kid you not, I've never heard of this. While we've received a lot of great feedback on this tournament over the last 5 years, most conversations about the World Magic Cup also triggered repeated requests to revive Nationals, as the same national spirit that people enjoy about the World Magic Cup was once also captured in these yearly tournaments that brought the communities of entire nations together. Blah, 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 stupid fluff, blah, 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 blah. We loved the spirit of Nationals as well. So apparently there used to be something called Nationals. I don't know. I've never heard of that either. So we're bringing it back. Woo! And there's actually no exclamation mark at the end of that, but we'll get into the details below, but here's how it will work. The top pro point earner for that season will remain the team captain. The other 2 slots, yes 2, more on that in a moment, will be the top 2 finishers at Nationals. Exclamation mark! Like, that is the most boring sentence in the entire article, but they threw that exclamation mark in there. But the standalone paragraph, so we're bringing it back? No. You don't get an exclamation mark. Screw you. National tournaments will be held all around the world on one of the following weekends, September 9th, 16th, or 23rd. In addition to Nationals, we'll also be making some tweaks to several events associated with the Grand Prix, including the end of in-store Grand Prix trials and the return of the Sunday Pro Tour qualifier at Grand Prix. Not the Grand Prix, not a Grand Prix, at Grand Prix. Now let's look at the details. You know what? Now let's not look at the details, because I have not one damn clue what any individual sentence in this entire article meant so far. Now, I mean, yeah, I don't follow, competitive play or tournaments or whatever, but I've never heard of the World Magic Cup, never heard of Nationals, never heard of, nations fighting nations, and oh, look, Egypt won, or oh, look, South Korea won. I've never even heard a news story about that. Like, people must sincerely not give a crap about it. Also, like, the top pro point earner, like, who is that? What do they mean, from the Pro Tour? Because that's the only way you get pro points, although I think it had something to do with, like, the other tournaments, and you can, like, get more points, but then those get you a buy, but then do you really spend them on a buy, or do you just earn a buy, or, oh my God. I need to point out, too, that there is no central location on Wizards' website for any of this crap. Like, hey, I've been playing for a while, I'm an experienced player, I want to go to a Pro Tour or a GP. How do I qualify? Do I have to qualify? What do you do? How do you get points? What do they mean? How many points are on the line? How do you get them? Where do I have to go? None of that. Nope. They do not explain one damn thing, and if they do, it's split across 17 different pages. So you will never put the puzzle together. It is impossible. Don't even bother. Plus, also, I mean, come on, competitive level play, don't bother. If you're not going to cheat, don't bother. You're not going to win. There's so much just unbelievable rampant cheating that's the only people that finish high at these tournaments anyway. So why bother? So now the next section is called Bringing Back Nationals, moving past the WMCQs, which, by the way, is the World Magic Qualifiers. I've never heard of that. I've literally only heard of a PPTQ. I've never heard of or seen on the schedule or been to a local gaming store that had anything called anything differently. That was the only qualifier I've ever heard of. So anyway, they say over the past 5 years, the World Magic qualifiers provided an avenue for players to qualify for the World Magic Cup while alleviating the issues that had led us to cancel nationals in the first place. No idea what they're referring to whatsoever. Primarily, the lack of seasoned organizers in many countries was translating into nationals being the main, if not only, tournament. Ooh, ouch. And it was impeding the development of regular play opportunities necessary to the development of local Magic communities. Now, see, that is exactly opposite. Oh, it's the only formal tournament held in that entire country in the whole year. Well, whoops. Like if you go to some, Middle Eastern country where they don't print the cards in the local language, yeah, it's not that popular of a thing. So if you're going to go full-blown Olympics on this and include every single country and have them put together a team if they want, that's a little bit of a problem. But them trying to imply that like a big national tournament that's like featuring your country as a team, that's going to promote local play, it's quite the opposite. You go to an LGS, play locally at FNM, and then they hype the bigger tournaments and try and get you interested in that. So it's really quite the opposite. Anyway, they say the WMCQ program has helped establish a robust network of organizers, and we now feel we are ready to bring them the opportunity to organize nationals. To participate in their nationals, players will still need to accrue a certain number of Planeswalker points by the end of the yearly award season, which is May 28th, 2017. They don't say if that's the start or the end, with a threshold differing based on the size of the country as outlined in the Premier Event Invitation Policy, which, by the way, is a hyperlink. I kid you not, when you click on it, you get a page that says... Well, actually, okay, so it's a mix of different results. You'll either get a server timeout, or after about a minute, it will finally load a page that says access denied, and that's about it. Or you'll get something that appears to maybe contain something useful, but then also still says that you need to, like, sign in or something. I don't know. So basically it doesn't lead you to a page that does anything. Good job, Wizards. Keep, not proofreading anything or testing anything before you hit publish. So after clicking on it 50 million times, I finally got a page that is linked to a PDF that also pretty much still implies that I need to log in to view it, but, I'm a mad hacker, so I got through apparently. And they actually have premier events called the World Cup Championship, the World Magic Cup. Those are two different things apparently. The hell? Nationals, Last Chance Qualifiers, Pro Tour, Regional Pro Tour Qualifiers, Regional Last Chance Qualifiers, Preliminary Pro Tour Qualifiers, those I've heard of, Pro Tour Qualifiers, Grand Prix, and Grand Prix Trials. I kid you not, I have not heard of almost anything on the entire damn list. So I'm actually proud of that because, yeah, they're what do they call it? Premier level play, premium level event play, whatever. It's a joke right now. Let's read more about them because I'm just so damn interested right now. When we introduced the World Magic Cup, we originally implemented a four-person team model with one person being the coach who could interact and help teammates. What, like in the middle of a game? What the hell? Anyway, but who could not play for a portion of the event? That's weird. We made the choice so that even if a member of a national team could not attend the tournament, the other players could still participate and represent their country. What? That is a strangely specific type of circumstance. Anyway, a side effect repeatedly mentioned by the World Magic Cup competitors was that the four-person team model created a situation where some players spent large parts of the tournament not playing Magic, and in some cases created an awkward tension across teams. What the hell are they talking about? Like, I need an example or something. Like, I can't even follow the point of what they're trying to politely dance around. Like, before it was pretty obvious they put a bunch of marketing fluff and BS and basically mean your stupid backwater crap country isn't big enough to put on a tournament and actually run it correctly. Like, that's what they should have said, and instead it was like 3 paragraphs of stupid, nice-sounding crap. This one, I cannot translate this. I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Probably would have helped if I would have watched a World Magic Cup if I had ever heard of that. I would literally rather watch mold grow on yogurt, though. So, they got a lot of competition. To help mitigate this issue, we are going to return to a 3-person team model. The top pro point earner in 2017-2018 season will continue to be invited to represent their country as the team captain. The rest of the team will be determined after the country's nationals, which is now a thing it didn't used to be, so that doesn't make any sense, with the top 2 finishers earning invitations and airfare to compete in the 2017 World Magic Cup. Whatever, I'll take your word on it. I still have no idea, not even the first clue what the hell you're talking about, Wizards. A shift back to standard. Here's one that I heard piss people off. Last year we ran the constructed portion of the World Magic Cup as Team Unified Modern and made updates to the unified constructed rules. I guess they're not talking about two-headed giant. They're talking about some kind of weird team competition. And I assume that like the team captain could come up and tell you you're playing wrong, which is like drastically against the normal rules of Magic, to say the least. Even at my FNM, if somebody comes up and says, oh, you should have played that instead, boom, instant disqualification. One will get a round loss and the other one gets kicked out of the tournament. So here's an interesting admission, and this is the best part of the article. They're basically taking a dump on Modern again and admitting that nobody wants to watch it and it's awful and even the players hate it. So their version of that was, while we liked what the change to Unified Constructed did, the feedback and result of Modern being the constructed format of choice was mixed. Based on this feedback, and combined with the fact that we are looking at ways to highlight more current formats, in other words, formats based on current sets and accessible to all, which, yeah, I mean, Modern is not accessible to all, come on. We will be making the change back to Standard as the constructed format that will be supported by the 2017 World Magic Cup. Now, I do agree that Standard should be featured whenever possible because Modern is just impossible to watch on stream. It's just a bunch of idiots playing solitaire with the same stupid decks we've been seeing for the last 6 or 7 years. It's just unbearable, and even the players are getting sick of it. But they did already drop it from the Pro Tour, and now they're dropping it from the World Magic Cup. So, like, they're trying to kill Modern, let's be honest. I don't think that they're saying, oh, this is going to sell more Standard because we'll be featuring Standard more often. But I think they are admitting that people want to see new cards and new decks being played instead of the same stupid crap year after year after year. And yeah. So they say this means that the format for all nationals will be Standard. I could have sworn that they were talking about the World Magic Cup literally in the last sentence, but now they're referring to nationals. So I assume they mean both. But like I said, this article was written by a chimpanzee. Oh, it was also proofread by a blind person. They also say we will start scheduling nationals in March and plan to post detailed information about these events by the end of May at the latest. Oh boy, I can't wait. Now the next section is changes to Grand Prix adjacent events. What the hell does that mean? I don't know, and I probably still won't after reading this section. Sunday Pro Tour qualifiers starts this weekend. Well, that's shoving it in your face pretty damn quick. I'm happy to announce that we are bringing back the old Pro Tour qualifier as one-shot events that players can participate in on Sundays at all Grand Prix. I don't know. I guess what is the plural of Prix? I don't know. We'll go with Prix. As a new Sunday option for the attendees. So that's actually kind of nice. I mean, if you go all the way out to a Grand Prix, you can just boom qualify for the Pro Tour like in one day, and it's already after the whole event's over, I guess, sort of. I doubt there's any gameplay for the actual Grand Prix on Sunday, so now they're bringing this in, and you can just instantly qualify for the Pro Tour, no PPTQs, and then like move up to regionals, move up to whatever. I don't even know how it's tiered, but I heard it's annoying. Less traveling, less money, less room for error. More, obviously encouragement to cheat at that one event, and they're not going to do anything about it, but, can't have it all. The winner of each Pro Tour qualifier receives an invitation to the Pro Tour that the Grand Prix is feeding. These events will be first come, first served, and will have a maximum capacity of 225. Wow, that's really low. We encourage anyone interested in signing up to do so as soon as they're committed to playing. And then there's the people like me who go to like PPTQs purposely with absolutely no intention to go to the Pro Tour. We just want to see the look on netdeckers' faces when we beat them with a rogue deck. And then let the chair throwing commence. That's fun to me. It's kind of like a sport. It's right up there with purposely pissing off SJWs on the internet. That's, that's fun to me. Honestly, there's a lot of esports that you guys might not have heard of. There's Spot the Vegetarian. There's Troll the SJW. I mean, these are becoming huge esports. I'm surprised there aren't teams with sponsors at this point. Next up, they say it's the end of in-store Grand Prix trials, which I've also never heard of. They say the Grand Prix trials, GPTs for short, tied to Grand Prix Las Vegas, will be the final in-store GPTs to take place. While some good was accomplished by having Grand Prix trials in local stores, more often than not, this program had mixed success and limited turnout. Maybe that's because I've never heard of that. What the hell is it? What's the purpose of it? Well, this article sure as hell isn't going to tell you. So just because I was curious, I literally typed in what is an MTG Grand Prix trial into Google, and apparently it says It's like a local thing, and the winner can get 2 free buys at the upcoming Grand Prix. So in other words, it's a more efficient, more likely to work way to cheat at the Grand Prix, cheat your way up the ladder with automatic wins that everybody agrees are completely not fair. And you just go to like a local thing with less capable judges and less, less people watching if you're cheating, and then cheat at that. And then you can go to the Grand Prix and cheat your way through 2 rounds. They're really set up to encourage cheating. Now I know why so many people cheat at all of these tournaments. Oh, except now they're eliminating them. So I guess they found a problem with them. I wonder what it is. Here's the thing. They even say GPTs will continue to be held on site on the Fridays of the Grand Prix before the main event for players who wish to earn buys for that event. In other words, they want the best judges there, and they want to be watching you with a damn microscope, which is funny because they still kind of don't do that. But yeah, pretty damn easy to cheat at the local level. So people were just walking in with buys, or they would just bribe everybody, or they either knew or literally were the shop owner, and they would just rig it. Or they would run a pretend event in the scoring system with made up DCI numbers, put themselves as the winner, and oh look, I got 2 buys, hand me free prize money, thanks. Seriously, if you haven't caught my drift yet, premier level play in Magic is kind of about as respected as like FIFA and pro cycling mixed together at this exact moment in time. There's the weird thing. It says players can also continue to earn buys in Grand Prix main events by hitting the yearly Planeswalker point threshold, which can be found on the Grand Prix page. It's a link. Let's click it and see what happens. Oh my god, it goes to an actual correct web page that actually has content. That doesn't say access denied, screw you. This is actually a really decent Grand Prix page with like a reasonable amount of information. How about that? Too bad you certainly can't find it by clicking around on Wizard's site. You gotta Google that. I mean, this thing's a freaking island. The very last section is feedback welcome. First of all, no it isn't, because they never respond to any negativity sent on Twitter, Facebook, anything. They never answer any questions. They just avoid it because, PR, image. But much of what we announced today has been shaped by the feedback we received from you. No, it hasn't, no, it hasn't, and no, it hasn't. Trust me, no, it hasn't. They even say that's feedback that we welcome. No, it isn't. Shut up. If you have questions or comments regarding this announcement, you're welcome to share that on social media via @MagicProTour, which by social media they mean Twitter, because that's the only place that uses that @sign. This is a bit strange if you think about it. Where our community team and I will be working to answer any pressing questions you may have. No, they don't. They haven't answered a damn thing. I've never seen them reply to anything asking them to clarify something or change something or I don't like this. No, they just bury it and delete it. All the best to you in 2017, and we look forward to seeing you at an upcoming premiere event. Ooh, right after Hell freezes over, Helen. I actually find cheating for money to be, morally abhorrent. So no, I'm not going to show up to one of your stupid Grand Prix or World Cups or frickin' Grand Tours or whatever the hell you call it. I mean, this crap. So the real takeaway from this is they're taking the buy system away from local because too many people are cheating, in my opinion. And they got rid of modern in another format. They replaced it with standard. Also, they're bringing back a second tournament and telling us nothing about it. How do you qualify? Who the hell knows? When is it? Who the hell knows? What format is it? Who the hell knows? You're welcome. Sincerely, Wizards. So feel free to do what, 99% of players are doing, which is, never intending to attend any Grand Prix or Pro Tour or Cup or anything ever, and then still complaining their butts off about dropping Modern. Right now, that's actually a bigger esport than Magic. Mostly considering that it's not electronic, it's paper. Did you guys notice that, or was it just me? Wearing headphones does not make it an esport. And by the way, one of the people was most likely cheating. They were wearing a hat under it, which completely disrupts the noise canceling portion. So theoretically, they could hear every last thing that the announcers were saying, which usually is about their opponent's cards and hand state. So, oops. If you're going to be an esport, learn how headphones work. Hats are banned at any other esport because they've already caught on because they know what the hell they're doing. But nope, not Wizards. Nope. So hopefully you've enjoyed that wonderful walk through the world of premier level tournaments or premium. I couldn't care less what they're calling it. I don't even remember. I don't care. Honestly, I was getting up about every 5 minutes checking out my boiled eggs when I was recording this. I wasn't paying any attention to the article whatsoever. I don't remember what it's about. All I know is don't go to pro level play. It's a joke. Oh, and if you're going to leave some rude comment, oh, pro level, it's not as bad as you say, blah, blah, blah. There's not as many cheaters and it's fun and you just don't know and you're not good enough, blah, blah. Clearly, you're a pro wannabe or a pro level player. This is not the channel for you in case you haven't caught on to that yet and people think I'm joking or being sarcastic. No, there are literally people in my comment section who haven't caught on to that yet. They're literally leaving comments. Why don't you cover the last couple net decks and break down what just happened at the tournament? Because screw you, I hate pro level play and I hate net decking. The hell are you still doing on my channel? Get to some other garbage channel. Go watch frickin' Channel Fireball. That's all they talk about is pro level play and what decks are hot in the meta. Okay, that's their thing. That ain't my thing. I talk about FNM because, you know, like I said, 98 to 99% of people who play Magic are never going to attend one of these events. And the only ones who care about it are just pretending to care because it makes them feel special. Like there's some kind of pro wannabe, pro chasing, you know, imitating idiot. So for the casual player who attends FNM and kind of wants to do good but mostly just plays Magic for fun, what a concept, this is the channel for you. If you're somebody else, get the hell off my channel. I'm sick of reading your stupid comments. Did I make that clear enough yet? Do you guys think it's still kind of gray area? Do you think those people might stick around because they're a little bit confused? Good Lord, I'm so sick of that group. If you made it to the end of this entire video, it's probably because you enjoy taking a dump all over pro level play as much as I do, which, then this is probably pretty much a fun video for you. Don't forget to leave a comment about how it's terrible they're removing Modern from pretty much everything now and nobody cares about it and is dying because Wizards is purposely trying to kill it, and I'll see you guys next video.